Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So the company Nailwind sent me over this 8-piece gel polish set, and they're on Amazon. Such a nice company. Like, I've already tried some builder gels in a bottle. I didn't like those, I will be honest, but I wanted to give some of their gel polishes a try. So these are the bottles, and as I stated, there are 8 different shades, and this is supposed to be their fall collection. And what I liked about the fact of it being a fall collection is they had 2 colors that really stood out to me when I made my selection, and I felt like it was like so perfect and so different, because if you have been a part of my channel before, I like different. So this first shade is in 1111, and this shade, guys, in person, like, this camera is not gonna do this color any justice. Such a gorgeous, I mean absolute gorgeous nude shade. It has like a pearlescent shift to it. Absolutely gorgeous in person. I absolutely fell in love with this. Now, looking at it through the bottle, I was like, oh, okay, it's just a nude. But on a nail, this color is so perfect. Like, I haven't used it yet, but I am definitely going to use this because it is such an absolute beautiful shade. The consistency of these gel polishes are really nice, and most all of them are like 1 coat coverage. This next one here is in 1051, and it's a gray with like a blue shift to it. I love this one. This was a favorite for me. The blue hue in this one is what really got me. And I haven't ever done like a gray set that I can recall. So this is the color that I went with today just because it was so different and I really loved it. This next shade is like a wine red, but like with a purple shift. It's in 1028. And I just loved how this color looked on the nail. Like, in person, that first coat looked like jelly sort of. So it was really nice. But this is an absolute beautiful shade. And I love how opaque these polishes actually were. That was definitely a plus for me. The next shade here is just a black. And that is in 1102, and this one is really pigmented, full opacity. Like, this one is on point. The only thing I would say is when you're applying any gel polish, you want to make sure you are applying thin layers. Sometimes I like to put it on thick and don't realize, and with this black I kind of messed up because I put it on a little too thick and it did ripple. But thin coats is your best friend. The next one is in 1057, and it is a brown. And I loved this brown because it was like a jelly brown. So even with a second coat, it was still jelly. It had more opacity, but it was still had that jelly look. And if you know me, then you know I love jelly. So this was also one of my favorite shades out of this particular set of polishes. The next one is just a white. And the number on this one is going to be, if I can show the number ever, is going to be in 1101. And this one was really opaque as well. 1 coat coverage for the white. Really nice when you have a black or a white where you can just apply 1 coat and be done. So yeah, this one was really nice. So I am applying that layer there. And it's just really smooth application. Like I said, 1 coat coverage, very nice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cure all of these once I'm done swatching them. And I am swatching them on these nails today because I ran out of swatch sticks. So I'm using nails that I will never use on my own fingers as like my swatch sticks until I get more. The next shade was very different. This was one of the different ones that I loved, in 1122, and it was a very pretty holographic glitter gel polish. So again, this is their fall set. So I love how they incorporated this because, again, if you've been watching my channel, during certain seasons where you use particular shades, I like to go outside of the box and use colors that you don't normally use but still do that type of a vibe. So like fall, I would use this color here, which is N106, and it is a beautiful pink. So I would use like a pink and still do a bomb or cute little fall set. And that's just what I did for Christmas. Any season, I would just step outside of the box and use different colors, but still stay within the season. And that's just what I like. So yeah. And these are all of the colors swatched out with 2 coats and a top coat. And I must say, I really enjoy all of these. If I have a discount code, I will link that down below. And I would like to say thank you to Nailwind for sending these products over. It was amazing using them, and I have like quite a few sets in mind already that I want to do with just this particular set of polishes, but we're going to go ahead and jump right into the actual set. So for today's set, I am using my 3XL coffin nail tips that I got off Amazon. And I've already applied them off camera doing a peel off because I don't plan on keeping the nails on. And I'm applying a layer of base coat gel now over all of the tips. And I'll go ahead and cure my lamp for 60 seconds. As I always say, applying a layer of base coat before going in with your gel polish just helps with application so that the gel polish actually adheres a bit better and there's no peeling whatsoever. So yeah, that's what I do pretty much every time, even with like a peel off method or what have you. So again, I told you I had to use this gray shade, and so that's just what I'm going to do. I just don't recall doing a gray set ever, so I wanted to try and use that with this. So I'm going to use this on my thumb and my pinky, and I'm going to paint the entire nail with this absolutely gorgeous shade. Once I get those 2 nails set, I do cure in my lamp for 60 seconds, and then off camera I do a second coat of each. If you're noticing, I'm using my dominant hand to do this. So with my dominant hand, I'm really good with gel polish application. I don't have a problem. It's just my non-dominant hand that I need to work on a lot because my last set, if you caught it, was a bit wonky and there was like a lot of spillage around the sides. But normally I'm pretty good with gel polish. It's just, of course, when I'm using my non-dominant hand, a hand I don't really use, it can be a bit weird. And so yeah, it was a little off. And I apologize for anyone that just kind of like cringes at that because I know I do, but I am trying to work on using my non-dominant hand a little bit more, and I just feel like that just makes my talent even better for me to do it with either hand, as opposed to just doing it with my right hand all of the time, and just giving both of my hands equal love is what I feel I want to do. The length and shape of these nails, I always say that, but it's everything. I'm loving it already thus far with just the 2 nails done. So now I'm going in with N1122, which is that holographic glitter shade, and I'm going in on my middle finger and doing a V-tip French. So the top of the French will be the holographic glitters. So I'm making my V first, and then I'm going to use the actual brush from the gel polish bottle, and I'm going to fill in the top portion of this nail. And I absolutely loved how these tips came out. I think they came out so cute. And these are 2 of the shades out of this particular set that I wanted to go ahead and use first. But I do have another set coming where I'm going to use 2 more of the shades out of this. Just an FYI, something for you to look forward to. But yeah, I loved it. So I did this V-tip French on both my middle and index. So I did place the glitter there. I cured for 60 seconds, and then off camera I went back over the both of those nails with a second coat, curing again for 60 seconds. So now I'm taking that gray shade again, and I'm just filling in the bottom portion of this V-tip fringe. And I did it this way just because obviously I didn't want the gray in the background at the tip. So I either could have did it either way. I could have started at the bottom and filled that portion in, or at the top, but I opted to start at the top and just fill the bottom portion in. And I loved how these two nails came out. So I did this on my index and middle finger, and I did 2 coats. So the first coat on camera, and then cured for 60 seconds, and then the second coat off, curing again for 60 seconds. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you may be. And at this time, I would like to take my time just to thank anyone who's taken their time to watch any one of my videos. It's greatly appreciated. Watching my videos to the end actually helps out quite a lot. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family. And I thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means the absolute world to me. If there's anything you'd like to see, don't be afraid to comment down below and let me know. And if you've been subscribed, I love you, I love you, I love you. So for my ring finger, I'm using the glitter shade, and I'm going to do a full length nail in that shade. I'll cure that for 30 seconds, and then I'll come back and do a second coat, curing that again for 60 seconds. So you hear me throughout my video saying curing for 30, 60 sometimes, because I used to cure for 30 seconds anytime I used a gel product. Then I went back to 60 because that is like the time for most products that you should do, and yeah, 60 would be the best. So once I got the ring finger done, I'm now going in on my pinky with that 6-in-1 nail glue. And I already did this on my thumb off camera, but I'm just applying a very nice layer of this. And then I'm going to take these, I'm not sure what you call them, pixie crystals, I think I've heard them called, but yeah, we're going to go with pixie crystals. And then I'm just going to sprinkle them over this wet gel. And just let them sink in. Now, I didn't like this nail after I did it, and I did the thumb first, and I was like, really didn't like it, but I just went with it because I haven't used these, and I have so many different ones in different colors, so I didn't want to utilize them, but I went ahead and just sprinkled this on top until everything was covered, and then I cured for 60 seconds. Then I'm going over my index. I believe all of my fingers at this point with a layer of top coat, but for my index and my middle finger, I left it wet and placed 1 AB rhinestone right at the cuticle area just to give this nail a bit of an extra pop. And then I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds once the index, middle, and ring finger were top coated, and I'll be back in just a moment with the final look. And here's the finished set. This one came out okay, I can say. I really love the color combo that I used with the gray and the holographic glitter gel polish. Very, very nice. So my index and my middle were my favorite nails. And I wish I could have did something different with the pinky and the thumb, but it is what it is. I absolutely hated those two nails, but I haven't used pixie crystals in a while and wanted to use them. But comment down below and let me know what you think of this nail set. And if you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in my next one. Remember to be the best you that you can be, and much love to you all.